All right, let's laminate some croissants. So I've got this hand roll dough, which is a much looser than our regular croissant dough. And I'm just going to roll it out to, this is my butter block here. I'm going to roll it out to the height of the butter block and twice the width of the butter block. So, you can see it's very easy to roll out because we've made it extra loose for this purpose. You want it as square as possible. I like to use a combination of the French pin and a straight pin. The French pin for, making more adjustments to the dough, and the straight pin because it rolls out evenly. So, I've got my dough here. I don't even really measure it. I just kind of have the butter there. About half. You're better off to roll it a little short than a little long because you can stretch the dough a little bit to put it over top. And keep it real square. That's the key. Then I transfer the butter on. I keep it on the parchment, or sometimes we'll do it on a silpat. Need a little bit more. Transfer it on with the paper. Give it a little rub to stick it down to the dough, and then very carefully peel back the paper. At this point, I'm going to take my bench scraper, kind of work the butter a little bit, make sure it's flexible and stuck to down to the dough. If you have a little bit that's too long, you can reorganize it here. Just spread it back on. And so it's important at this point that the butter is not cracking at all. If it is, it's either a little too cold or you haven't kind of worked it enough to keep it flexible. The colder the butter is, the more you have to work it with the dough knife. I've done this same thing before I put it on the dough, just to make it a little more flexible. Now I'm going to meet these sides over top. I just leave this butter right at the very edge. It's not really going to leak out. I get these up here. You can see it's very easy to stretch if you didn't go quite long enough. But if you do it too long, when you put it over top, you're going to have a thicker part of dough on the top, which you don't really want. And this dough is really, really easy to stretch out here. So I just put them together. You don't need to do too much to seal them because they just kind of, when you start rolling them, they'll seal up. Okay, so I've got this. It's nice and square. And my first little bit of rolling, I'm going to be a little gentle, not to just, you don't want to smush right through that layer of butter. You want to keep it even. And when I'm rolling, especially as it gets longer, I'm focusing on starting at the middle and coming towards myself because that's where I can get the weight on it. Up here, you don't have much weight to do it on. The first couple rolls, it's pretty short, so I can go a little bit from there, but I'm going from the center out and the center down. And when it gets a little longer, I'm just going to go from the center down and keep turning it. Keeping it square. The more it's square, the less you have to trim. I'm not too worried about the exact length I'm going to. I like to flip it over from time to time just to make sure I'm getting it evenly. So I'm just going to flip it over here. The extra flour is okay right now. We'll brush it off before we actually do the fold and the turn. Coming towards me here, this is where I can get a lot of weight on it. But the dough is such that it's very easy to roll out. So if it's not rolling out it's not coming towards you, watch as I do this. This is going to start coming towards me as I roll. See how it's coming forward? If that's not happening, then you need to get a little bit more flour on your dough. So now I'm just going to try to get it as long as I can. Exact measurements aren't super important. I'm pushing pretty hard here. So very different. So easy, too.
You're a piece of shit.
Sorry, guys. So I've got it about as long as is comfortable, and then I'm going to trim the ends and do the first fold. For this, we're going to do 2 4 folds, which are also known as book folds, which are also known as double fold. Let's just call them 4 folds because there's going to be 4 layers when we're done. So you're going to trim this till there's a solid layer of butter through the dough. So we can see here, right from one end to the other, I've got a solid layer of butter. If not, you got to trim a little bit farther. If you haven't kept it very square, you're going to have to trim more. For this, we've done a pretty good job, and we've got butter right through the layers. Now, I'm going to take a pastry brush, get rid of this extra flour so the layers seal up. Be careful not to wreck the layers. As it gets thinner, the layers get more easy to be wrecked. So traditionally, the way this book fold is done is you'll fold it up 3/4 of the way and fold this over, and that's so that the seam is offset. But I actually want the seam to be right in the middle for me. So I'm going to take these 2 sides, meet them up right in the middle. That way, when we fold it in half, that seam is actually going to be at the end of the dough, which is going to be trimmed at the next stage anyway, so it's not a big deal. I just kind of gently peel them together because when you roll it, you don't want these to split apart again as they roll. So here we go. I want to make sure there's no kind of air gaps or bubbles in there, that they're seamed, and that these are completely even, because if they're not, you're going to have to trim more in the next stage. Now I push this down because this is where I'm going to fold it over in half again. So I push that down, and when I fold this, you can see this side now is nice and thin, so you don't have this big section, which is going to end up as a big part with no layers. Now, you have to brush all the flour off. Otherwise, when you're rolling, these layers are going to slip on each other, and they won't stay together. So I get all the flour off, fold it in half, and then the dough is loose enough that I'm going to immediately do another 4-fold, or a book fold, or whatever you want to call it. So here we go. Again, I'm starting a little gently. And what you'll notice is the top, when you do this at the beginning, will stretch farther than the bottom. So I flip it over, and these are a little shorter. So I'm going to roll it on this side, and then those stretch out to be even. Because that again, the more square it is, the less you have to trim. So now I'm going to go back. It's getting a little longer to just rolling towards me. So I'm going to do this. Just touch it quickly. You don't want to get your hands on too long. I'm going to do this. And I'm pushing pretty hard at this point. Trying to get it. The more you work the dough, the more you touch it, or the more you roll it back and forth, the more you're working the butter into the dough, which really is not what you want. But this recipe is such that the dough is quite easy to roll out. Like, this isn't taking a ton of effort. And again, just get it as long as your counter or workspace will permit. The thinner you get it here, the easier your final rollout will be, because it won't be such a thick bundle. Okay, that's about as far as I'm going to get it here. I'm going to use the French rolling pin here because it's a little thinner in the middle. So this will allow me to kind of work on the shape a little bit, widen out that middle part so the edges will meet. Trim the edge till now you should see 4 layers of butter inside. So I trim this off and trim this off. Then again, I'm going to brush off any flour. I don't have too much at this point. Remember, as you're rolling, there should be enough that it slides easily on the counter. Again, I'm going to put this right to the middle. Press down in the center to thin out that middle part where we're going to fold it over. And then I'm going to fold it, Make sure everything's lined up neatly. It should be a really neat looking book. On one side, you've got 8 layers. On the other side, you'll see that there's 4 layers. That's how you know how many turns you've done. So once you've got the 8 layers looking on one side, you're ready. I'm gonna just seal it up, make sure there's no uneven parts and that they're going to be all even. You get a better final rollout, less trim. And this is my final lamination. I do them back to back. I'm gonna wrap this up tight, put it in the fridge for an hour and a half. Cool, that's it. That's